Got the Guggen Kraken Crawl. This is a Guggen Kraken Crawl Pure Passion. It's the 3-inch 10-pack called the Junior Edition. I was using these things on the Ocotley River, and if y'all seen that video, I was doing pretty good with this thing. But the brim like it too, and my buddy Rick up there at PINETREE Gun and Pond put me on these things, and he told me, he said, you'll catch bass, but the brim love them too. So, and I know there's some big old brim here at the homestead, and it's early Sunday morning. We was gonna go kayaking this morning, but I got family in town, and we've been having a great weekend, and it's early. I was in bed like at 8 o'clock last night, because we had a good time yesterday with a fish fry, and boiling some shrimp, fresh shrimp from Mississippi, and frying some shrimp, and man, we just had us a ball. And getting in the pool all day, I got burnt. My face feels all swollen this morning, and it probably looks it, but I don't care. I'm going fishing. Guggen Crawl. I got my Lew's. Speed Shooter. We go 2. I got 8-pound Cajun wire on it. Very simple setup. It's not it's not a Texas rig, but it kind of is. And what I've done here is it's got a number 7 hook. At the top, I've got a little split shot right here at the top. And the reason for that split shot, one, this thing will be weedless because of the way I'm gonna hook him. I'm gonna hook him it's Texas style, the way I've got him hooked. But this weight, I like to fish this thing with no weight, but this little weight will give me enough to get it down a little bit and get it down to where the fish are, especially when you're fishing, you know, around stumps or any kind of brush. Like on that river, when it's at its banks, there's a lot of structure along the edge, and I'm able to get this bait up against that structure and get it down to where those fish are hanging next to that structure. Guggen Crawl 3-inch Junior Edition, Raging Kraken. Let's go see what she does here at the homestead. I'll catch us something. All right, so I got my Raging Kraken Guggen. Let's see if there's a fish here at the homestead that might want to take a bite out of it. Now this pond does not have crawfish in it. So I don't know how it's going to do. It may do good, and it may not. Gotta get back there in that garden a little bit and pull butter beans and peas and all that horse crap. I don't know about where y'all at, but a bushel of butter beans right now is about $60, which is absolutely insane. That's the reason why we planted something this year. I refuse to pay those prices for vegetables. And when you buy in the store in the freezer section, you don't know what you're getting. You know? You got a clue what you're getting any day, anytime now. Had a little bump there, but he didn't. There again, it may have been a brim. My buddy Rick up there at PINETREE Pond said the brim would definitely pop it. And all I'm doing though is I'm letting this thing go to the bottom and just popping it 2 or 3 times across the bottom. I'm not swimming it or anything. I'll tell you what, I caught a pretty good fish out there at the Ocotley River swimming this thing. Not saying the swimming wouldn't work, because it does. Got the old Kdwaterwoods koozie with the Coke Zero. drink's getting cold. When I'm warm, there's probably gonna be another warm one today. I don't know if I want to in that pool today. God knows, man. I got lit more ways than one yesterday. I mean, it was a good time too, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it was a good time. So y'all, with that Guggen bait is definitely a good one. You know, we've used it a lot on the river during our kayak fishing. I've actually caught maybe 1 or 2 bass out of the homestead here, but we've had a lot of rain this past 2 weeks. The pond at one point was about 6 to 8 inches low, and when it gets that way and you have this crazy amount of fresh water come into the pond, it tends to shut them down for a while, and which is, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I grew up on this pond. This pond's been a part of our family now for almost 40 years, and I know how this pond changes. I know the way it works, and I know without a doubt that Guggen crawl will catch fish out of this pond. No doubt in my mind. But with all the rain we've had, all the fresh water we've had the past 2 weeks, I mean, we have gotten some kind of rain. I thank the Lord for it, but it's rained a lot, and the pond's come up. It's at full pull. Matter of fact, at one point it was really gushing through the pipes pretty well, and that's probably got them shut down. And plus, usually this time of year, it's really hot, it's humid, and the fishing switches from the mornings to the evenings. And I think that's what has happened in this situation. I think that the fishing has definitely turned to the afternoon bite. So we may have to try that later on. But anyway, these Guggen baits, what are that? These Guggen baits, y'all, are really cool stuff. Along with the Lew's We Go 2. It's a medium light weight rod with 8-pound Cajun wire on it. So I did have it rigged up the Texas style with the little split shot at the top. But go pick up some of these Guggen crawls, these juniors. They're awesome. That's a great bait. Just trying it out a little bit this morning. And you can get everything that I use at PINETREE Gun and Paul in Thomasville, Georgia. It's on Highway 122. Go by and see Paul Crosby and his crew over there, and tell them KD from Kdwaterwoods sent you over there to buy some fishing stuff. And you let them know at the desk, 10% off your purchase, your total purchase. If you let them know you saw it right here on Kdwaterwoods. So go pick you up some Guggen crawls and some Lew's speed shooters, and they got all kinds of fishing stuff, y'all. A ton. Go check them out. Thanks again for watching here at Kdwaterwoods. I know we can catch some fish, that's fine, but I was just showing about the Guggen bait. That Guggen bait is awesome. So I gotta get my butt in this garden. I'm not looking forward to it, but hey, I know it don't look like much, but the okra has done just crazy this year. We've picked probably 10 5-gallon buckets full, if not more. And then we got butter beans, butter peas on the other side. We did have squash, but they're toast. But I gotta go and pull up these butter peas and get those picked. Ugh. So I was going to close out my video with that a few minutes ago, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna come back. I used to do garden videos here at Kdwaterwoods, because Kdwaterwoods means we do a little bit of everything. We're in the woods, we're by the water, we're on the water, we're gardening, cooking out, grilling. We're doing all kinds of crazy things, fun crazy things here at Kdwaterwoods. So today I wanted to along with trying the Guggen bait out, y'all seen that, just trying it out. I pretty much knew I wasn't going to catch anything, but I just wanted to play with it for a few minutes and just see what happens. I had a couple little bites, but that was it. But anyway, fun to get up and come by the water. It's my pond. I get to come out here and do that anytime I want. Well, now I got this to deal with. Okra. The okra has done phenomenal this year. Now I've got butter peas and then butter beans on the other side that we got to pull up and get them picked. Got to pick them off the vines. Well, we've already picked them once. But now we're pulling them up and actually getting them off the vine now. So I'm finna go along this row here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go along this row here of butter peas, get them pulled up. That way we can get them off the vine a lot easier once we pull them up, because the garden's pretty much done. I think the garden's pretty much done, especially the squash and the tomatoes. We've harvested pretty good off of those. But yeah, it's time to start preparing. We're mid-July. Now it's time to get this crop out and start preparing for our fall garden, which we're going to do some corn. We're going to do some greens, probably some mustard greens, collard greens, turnips, cabbages, maybe do some asparagus, stuff like that for the fall. I'm already out of breath, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's get to pulling. All right, guys, as you can see where I've come down this row right here, and I've pulled, we've picked these butter peas. But I'm gonna go to the other end down there. It's only about 30 yards long, which is not a lot, but believe it or not, they have produced absolutely great. So you see the okra, they're starting to bloom again, as you can see right here. Up here on top, we do have some okra growing already. You see these up top here. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful okra plants. They've done so good this year. Matter of fact, we're pretty much done with the okra, but we're still going to obviously crop them and probably just give them to some family or something. But yeah, the okra looks really good. So we're going to walk down to the other end and just start pulling these plants. We did plant corn. It just didn't do anything. We had a goose problem, and the goosies and geesies came in here and started killing us with the eating our tops of our corn. We had corn all the way down through here. We had 3 rows of corn, field corn. We was gonna cream it and stuff, but they killed it. They killed us. And the geese come in here usually around the March time frame to lay eggs and, you know, play by the pond or whatever the case may be, and then their little families come in here and they just kill us. But anyway, so I'm gonna start pulling these plants up, and I'll get back with y'all in a few minutes. Listen to my Crocs. Squeaky clean. So I got a couple of bundles of those. And you can see there's butter beans all over them. So I got to take each one of these, pull them off. I got a pile here, I got a pile right there, and I got another pile at the end down there. Now I gotta start picking them. That's the fun part. All right, so after all that, I pulled up all the butter peas, and I picked all the butter peas off the vines, and I've got off of about a 30-yard row. It's a pretty big bucket. It's a 5-gallon bucket, and I got right at half a bucket, which that'll make, I don't know, probably about 8 quarts, I guess. They're filled out pretty good. These are filled out pretty good. So they'll probably make about 7-8 quarts, which is pretty good bit for what we got. So that'll work. Now I gotta take them home, and I think Mom's up. We're gonna start putting these things. Oh man, it's hot. Ooh, the humidity is terrible. But I'm gonna take these to the house. I still got 3 rows to pull up. Golly. Of butter beans. We got colored butter beans, and then we got white butter beans. Yeah, there they are. Good times at the garden.